Hi, this is a quick overview of Comic Life 3. Now, they should already be installed on your iPads, and the icon is there on my screen. So I'm just going to tap and open it. Now, these are some comics that I've made already. To make a new comic, you basically click on the plus in the top corner. Something I'll quickly draw your attention to, though, is the fact you can open up comics that are on different devices or stored elsewhere. So the drive is the important one. You can download and open comics that you saved to your Google Drive account. We're just going to make a new comic though, so I'm going to click the plus, and then the templates come up. Now this is where really you're going to get the most inspiration for where to use this. The scripting is an interesting way of setting up your comic before you actually do anything, and it'll help you to set out your comic if you choose to use it, but most of us are probably going to use a template. This is for blanks, and then as you scroll down there's lots of creative templates for different types of comics. I like the superhero retro one quite a lot and the future one. I think they're quite cool looking. Then as you go further down there's some education ones. Now I quite like the early writer one because it's simple, good for storyboarding. The newspaper one is brilliant. And then you've got projects and things like that. It doesn't, just because it's a science project doesn't mean it has to be about that, but it gives you an idea of what you can do with it. Then as you move down, you've got some how-to guides, good for design, good for science. And then you've just got general stories. These aren't necessarily written for education, but I think there's plenty to think about to adapt. I'm going to choose the simple one. And as it opens up, it builds the template. Now the advantage of using a template is the fact it gives you a starting point. You can set your own template up that then the children can open as well, based on what I said a minute ago. But here's a template we can just look at. So if you want to edit anything, basically for the most part it's tap or double tap. So if you tap on it once you've selected it, if you double tap it's going to ask you to edit it. So this could be about, I don't know, my holiday. There you go, and then you click away and then it updates straight away. Now anywhere you tap you can double tap and change the text. If you want to add a picture, now this is a box that's already been added for images. You tap on that and then it gives you three options. Do you want to take a picture with a camera, which it's unlikely you'll do that. Photo library, far more likely something you've already looked for. Or web images, it allows you to search Flickr for images. So perhaps I want a beach. Yeah, because that's where we're going. Now these, what's good about these are all Creative Commons images, so it's perfectly acceptable to use any of these in your work. I'm going to have that one. So you tap it and it instantly adds it in. Now it actually adds in the Creative Commons stuff as well, which is quite clever. You can delete those bits if you want to, but it's worth discussing with children that perhaps you shouldn't delete them because of course it is someone else's image. But anyway, so what you can do here is if you want to add some words, you double tap again, get rid of this. This was a summer's day, and then you've added some text. Now, if you want to do some more with it, we can add. I'm going to add a picture from my photo library. I've got some random ones on here, so these are some images for storytelling. Let's have this one in there. Now, what you can do with it is, if you double tap, you can edit the photo itself and use the. You notice that around the outside it's sort of greyed out. The bit you can see is in the box. So if you tap once, you've selected the box, but if you double tap, you select the picture, which allows you to sort of play around with what you want that to look like, and then when you click, that's what you'll see on the page if you print it. You can also add, let's go up here, in here is lots of style sheets, so it looks at how you can change the style. Now you have to have selected a text box for that, so you can look at the style, size, things like that. If you click the plus button, it's going to let you add a picture straight away, or you can add shapes, or you can add stickers in this case. Also you can look at web image as well. So you can access it in a couple of different ways. So if I wanted to add a star in it, here we go. Here's a star that I've added in. And if I want to edit the colour, I would go to options, and then we can change the colour. Okay. Now, the next thing after that, of course, is this one, which is looking at pages. Now, you can add a new page. You can add template pages. So this is all around this basic comic theme. Depending on the template, these pages are different. You can also add a page that has a certain layout, which makes things a bit easier for when you're making the comic initially. You can also just add a blank page as well. All of these straightforward. If I quickly go back to my first page, I'm going to tap this. I don't want it. I'm going to double tap it. You can click delete to get rid of something. If I just add another picture here from my photo library, I think I should have a good image that I can use. This one here will be quite good. So if, for example, here's an image, I want to add a bubble from the bottom. Now you can make that bigger or smaller. If you drag that on, I wonder what is... And then we've got that you can tap, and if you hit the green bit, you can change where the speech bubble is coming from. So simple as that. You've got lettering as well. If you tap lettering, it gives you a title. I don't really want that either. So once you've done all this, if you click back on comics, it's going to save that comic. This is where you change the name, and it's really important to get the children to always put their names on their work. So you tap on the name, tap here, and then I can say Mr. Uses work. Really important, especially for when it's downloading it. It's going to make things a lot easier. So there's my work. It's got my name on it. If I want to edit my work, I'm going to tap on the pen. The spanner is one thing I didn't show you. Basically, the most important thing is the share and print button. So once you're finished with the work, you can send a copy to another app, and in most cases you are going to send it to probably Google Drive or WebDAV, one of those two things. PDF is your finished work. If you leave it as Comic Life, you'll be able to re-download it and carry on editing it, but you can't edit PDF or JPEG, but Comic Life you'll be able to edit within the app, and EPUB you should be able to edit as well, actually, within either. I'm going to choose PDF, so it's just going to generate the work, choose the app, and this is where you have a decision about where you want to save it. Now, we've talked about WebDAV before. We haven't talked too much about Google Drive, but that's another option. You can tap on either of those two, and then it'll upload to the right place. Hopefully that's helpful. The last place to look for help is click the spanner anywhere and click Go to Help. It was a really, really, really good help guide. Gives you lots and lots of information as well.